looks like we're pulling away from all of them, so we'll wait and see what happens here behind us, since even the AI don't know how to ride this track, apparently. We just watched the top 3 riders just jumped clean off the track. What's going on, guys? We're playing some more MX vs. ATV Legends today. We are checking out some ATV racing this time, and we'll be carried to victory on our... Apparently checking out some MX versus ATV racing. I didn't know that was a thing. This is in the ATV category in career. There's a bunch of side-by-side... Oh boy, we're gonna get plowed over by a razor. This is... So apparently in this event there is everything on the track. Didn't realize that. This track map is just confusing as all hell in the bottom. Looks like we're pulling away from all of them, so we'll wait and see what happens here behind us, since even the AI don't know how to ride this track, apparently. We just watched the top 3 riders just jumped clean off the track. Don't know what that was about. But yeah, apparently we're running the ATV against dirt bikes and side-by-sides on this one, so that'll be interesting. This is giving me some Untamed vibes, where everything was just kind of on the track all at once. We'll see if we can catch Mr. Razor in front of us. We got that short, and clutch boost. And clutch boost. Clutch boosting was not enough. We will get back in the line. This is all being recorded after their first patch came out, where they have improved traction on it, and they've added a bunch of different things you can color, and I think they changed the way side-by-sides hydroplane. I can definitely say, especially on the ATV now, the change to the traction was as we get plowed over by the side-by-side. There is definitely a lot more grip on the ground now. We're not slip and sliding around everywhere we're not racing the Canadian ice racing series anymore. We're actually on dirt with knobby tires and have some traction, which is nice. There's the side-by-side getting nosed over by the whoops. Shout out to the video I probably have posted before this, where we attempted to go straight rhythm racing on a side-by-side, because straight rhythm on a side-by-side is part of career. Not a great part of the career, I would say, but it is a part of the career. Throw a heel clicker over that, and try and get ourselves caught back up here. There we go. Pass him on the inside, pass him on the outside, and we're back into first place, so we can try and win the race now. The ATVs in the past used to slide absolutely everywhere. Like, if I came into this corner right there, I would have just flown off the track, because I would not have been able to make the turn in time. They definitely have added a lot of traction to the game now, which, in my mind, as it sits, this is, I think this is very playable as it sits. It's definitely better than it was, and I'm not sure they need to change it anymore. For all of the criticisms I had in the game in the past videos I posted, I think it's definitely a lot better now than it was literally a day ago. It's a lot better now. So with how quickly they got that patch out after everybody was I want to say review bombed, but they got a lot of feedback, at least on the Steam reviews, and got that update pushed out very quickly. I think that's going to make a lot of people happier, and if they keep that up in the future, I think this game has a lot of potential if they listen to the community and try and improve it. It would be really cool to see them add mod tools, so that if they supported the modding community, then I'm sure they would get even more people playing, especially considering how many people are still playing Reflex and keeping Reflex alive to this day off of mods, and that game came out how many years ago now, and mods have been propping it up and continuing to sell copies of the game. Because there are some really, really talented people in the little motocross gaming community now, and if they got some actual support behind it, it'd be really cool to see what could be done with the new games. I do think the racing in this, I kind of enjoy it now, and it's honestly, I think the racing in this is better than it was in Reflex. The tracks that they have made certainly feel better, at least. And I think it would be, for $35, I would say it's probably worth your time. If you're at all curious about the game, I think you'll enjoy it. If you really hate it all out with a burning passion, I don't think this game's going to be for you. But there's a lot of new elements to the game. With the preloading system, it's definitely taking a lot of getting used to, and I definitely prefer the way Reflex handle it. But once you get used to it, it's not terrible. I still would prefer it not be there, but I've gotten I've gotten used to it at least a little bit. It just, like everything else, it just takes some adjusting to, and once you get it figured out, it's not that bad. It's still kind of hard to... There's a very steep learning curve with this game, maybe a lot steeper than there is in the past, since there's a lot going on with it, and that there's a very high skill ceiling to the racing now, in my opinion. But, yeah, overall I would say it's definitely worth at least considering looking at. We'll try and close this race out here. We'll backflip the wall. Got actually a pretty quick backflip out of it that time. You can see the suspension's freaking out since this is a very rough part of the track. Doesn't look all that rough because I had to turn my settings down since I'm still running on a tired 970 because that's all I can get my hands on because GPU shortages, yay. But the other, I guess, comment I'd have to that is, unlike some games they may have released in the past, it seems like they actually optimize this very well for PC, so if you're also running on some older hardware because you just straight up can't get new ones, it does seem like they optimized it pretty well and it'll run on anything you have. Alright, here we go, another one of these versus races where there's apparently just all kinds of stuff to ruin our... Oh, there's an ATV that fast-packed me immediately. Some of these animations do seem like they kind of break down, but it's kind of neat seeing this Bighorn track come back since I spent a lot of time on this in All Out, and I thought it was a fun track in that. I remember this specific jump is still damn near impossible to actually clear. I want to see if we can lap one of the computers in this though, since as we saw earlier in the video, they all just like to dive straight off the track. I have to see if there's free ride on this. I think Bighorn was the map that had some sand dunes you might actually be able to do some tricks on. We'll see if they put a Bighorn free ride in here later. But we'll try and do some ATV racing to at least show you guys what the ATVs are like in the game for the few people that care. Try and boot ourselves over. No, not gonna make it. We'll do some first-person driving too, I guess, since we're kind of just gonna run away with this. Since, as we saw, the AI... Some tracks they really beat the crap out of you, some of them they just struggle with really, really badly. Some brutal whoop sections, which at least in this game they are definitely a lot more punishing than they were in All Out. This is a really fun track though. Let's see if I can aim the camera up a little bit so we can actually see where we're going. I know especially on the ATVs, the first person camera actually seems like it's pretty decent. Zoom the camera out to a wider FOV. Yes, I can. But yeah, they kind of... They'd be interesting to do in VR, because this... Ooh, we just got bucked. It kind of... Staring at my screen's giving me the feeling of riding a four-wheeler now after not having ridden one so long. It's like, oh, this is... Yeah, as I sat on it, it's kind of what my vision looked like. It's a good first-person camera that's usable. So we'll do a few laps in this. Let me know in the comments if you made it this far into the video after seeing an ATV in the thumbnail and even clicked on it. Would you prefer more first-person gameplay in Oh, I just heel clickered way too low to the ground there. Should I do more first-person gameplay in this, or should we stick to the third-person camera? Let me know, because I honestly kind of think it's neat, and I have fun playing with it. It looks very, very different. Bar hop across that. We'll see if we can actually clear this jump. Going as fast as we can. And we jumped off the track. Ah. See if we can clear the jump coming the other way, I guess. So I know on the bikes I tend to kind of follow what I saw Wyndham Zero talking about, so I'm trying to figure out how to play the game better, and on the bikes it's only steering with the left stick, and with the ATVs I tend to use the right stick a little bit more to kind of try and control the drifting on it, since the ATVs just kind of slide around the track everywhere anyways. Ooh, didn't quite clear it. I think we'll clear this tabletop this time though. Yep. Made that. The jumps in this game I did notice, like, unlike some of the other games where you could, I think All Out, you could pretty easily boost over a lot of stuff. In this, the bigger jumps, you actually have to try decently hard to clear. There's a much higher skill ceiling to this than all the other games they had in the past, which I guess will make the racing better, and that might be why the racing feels so much better, that now every track isn't just a cakewalk for everybody. It's actually, like, it takes a lot of skill, and maybe that's what's keeping the game more fun to me, because I'm honestly having more fun with the racing in this than I have with any other past games in this series up to this point. Trying to get through the whoops. This track is very rough. And we're making it. Switch back out into the third person camera. Heel clicker seems to be the default thing to just shove the sticks forward because that's where they go after preloading. Can't figure out how to do the body varial anymore though. I want to do the body varial, but I don't know how to do that. Yeah, we're just way ahead of everybody right now. Well, we're 13 seconds ahead because we have a split time counter. Trying to do a trick. Oh, we didn't get the rotation around. Sadness. Probably just gonna scrub through this to close out the race since there's no AI fighting me for the position here. I'm just trying to drive by the track map because the AI is just not keeping up right now. We can do some pretty absurd things and still win the race here. Hey, that's going to probably end up doing it for today's video. We're checking out some racing on the ATV with some goofy side camera action for the last bit. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, or at least wanted to maybe see what ATVs are like in this game. I don't know. If you have questions, let me know in the comments. I try to respond to all of them. Thanks for watching if you made it this far, and I'll see you later.